My name is Lee, born and raised in Amsterdam. I'm an art director, designer, DJ, producer, photographer, and skateboarder. I geek on many things. It's really hard for me to pinpoint one thing specific because my interests are super broad. Couple things that I geek on is coffee making. I geek on Korean music. I geek on photography, books, and among many other things. Ever since I was a little kid, I'd like to retreat to my safe place, my little fantasy world, being away from the real world. Like to reach a flow state and forget about time and space and just focus on the one thing that I'm doing at the time. And that's where I'm the most comfortable, and that's my safe space. And now at this age, it's also my getaway. Living and working in a city like Amsterdam, where it's a lot of chaos and a lot of things going on, sometimes I just need to get away from all the hecticness. A lot of my work involves being on a computer all day, sometimes even all night, and being on internet. And where internet used to be an escape from reality, I feel reality is now trying to escape from the internet, and hence why a lot of my geeking involves being super practical and hands-on with stuff and creating things with my hands. All these interests that I have, they've kind of changed the way I look at things and look at the world. And with my compulsive obsessions, I have to figure out how things work, and I have to figure out every little detail, every little thing that, for instance, Photoshop can do. And because of that behavior, it eventually led to me, reaching a skill level where I could actually use that skill level to do professional work. All these hobbies of mine that kind of got out of hand real quick because of my obsessive behavior, it eventually led to me having a professional career designing footwear for 13 years. It led to me doing a lot of photography work professionally. And those are all things that stem from just spending my time being a geek. I feel in order to create output, you need input, and getting that input will not happen when you lock yourself away from the real world. So sometimes I feel like I have to step out. And some things that inspire me, for instance, going to see Stanley Kubrick movies and photography by Daido Moriyama, and walking around in Tokyo and observing and learning and seeing amazing skateboarding, people like Yuto Horigome, who are super amazing and doing things that we could not imagine before. All those kind of things, they inspire me a lot and are also part of the things that I create. All these sources of inspiration, sometimes I try to tap into them to create work, and sometimes it's more so just the energy or the feeling that it gives me. So it doesn't necessarily have to be one thing specifically. I look at it more as open source and can cherry pick different parts and different elements from different sources of inspiration, and that informs me how I should design something or create something. Skateboarding introduced me to many things, including different genres of music, the fashion world. I used to geek a lot watching skate videos on VHS, looking through fashion magazines and stuff. And skateboarding also kind of ties in with the geeking that I do. It's something that you can do on your own. You're focused, you're being in a flow state and learning new things by yourself. And that, again, is my safe space and the place I'm most comfortable at. For everything that I do and create, I feel like the devil is in the details. I find details very important in the grand scheme of things. I find it very important to execute it to the best of my abilities. For instance, with photography, I pay close attention to the framing, the exposure, this and that. And a normal person might not even see it, but for me, it's a very big deal. One advice I could give is lose yourself in the hobby and the interest that you have, and don't think about what you can achieve with it and monetary reasons. Just try to focus on it and enjoy it to the fullest, and eventually it will take you somewhere.